Hey, how you doing? This is another Pisces reading. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's get into your reading. Do check the information in your birth chart to make sure that readings on this channel resonate with your situation and your circumstances, as you do have star signs in your birth chart that will resonate with other readings on this channel. So let's get into this, shall we? So what's going on with Pisces? Don't forget to give this channel a thumbs up and a subscribe, and feel free to comment in the description area, or in the comment section, should I say. So let's get on with this. What's going on with Pisces, please? Pisces, either you want someone or someone wants you. That's coming in very strong. Could be a Leo, could be an earth sign, could be an Aries. But it does say warning signs are there for you, making it hard for a person not to speak about it. Sleeping with you is something that they see, wanting you is something they know, but cautioning you is not easy. How are you? It says it's miss to you, as you would say to them in their head after they speak about things in their head. Maybe they murmur a lot of things in their mind about you, and study you and think about you in your mind, and can't hide that they do like you, just don't want to warn you that they're mental or they're rude, warning themselves to move on as they said things in their head, and wondered if you cared, if it was to be out in the open. They sponsor time in their mind to date you, speak to you, or warn you that they don't want to see you as an innocent woman. It's more so sex they want. At this time, they don't know how to speak to you, as you have gone out of your way to move them on out of your way. So you could be avoiding this person, not talking to them, or absolutely ignored them, just blanked them, just moved on from them. And you probably was right for doing so, because this person is two-faced, but at the same time not really wanting you to see that side of them where they've got evil in them, and do know they could warn you that they have it when they're rude, or even come out and speak about it in open. But no one wants the negative mind games to be played on them. Speaking of that, it says this year you've got karma coming with many that are dealing with headaches and want to know that they can trouble you. It says, why would you want to know that you get involved with these men? Even the ones that have females that are dealing with warnots. I don't know what that is. Warnots in their head. Warnots. Maybe like warring, like something to do with war, and maybe kind of locking in on that war. It's almost like a heavy energy of war in their mind. Okay. I'm hearing something about heavy notice, eviction notice is there for some, warning you it's not going to happen. Speak to your mind about things. People keep provoking it. High priestess energy is there for you to see into things and look around you. Warlock is there, so there's a warlock there that probably wants to know that you've got karma or some type of negative energy coming to you. And it does say house is riddled with spells, warning you that a woman is obsessed over obeah and lives around you and does this every day. Okay, and she's probably troubling you with her obeah, or trying to, if you haven't noticed it. But she's doing some spells around you or to you or on your home. Okay, that's not for everyone obviously, but for some of you guys, that's what's going on. Why would you want to stay around me? Can you be evicted? Yeah, someone wants you to be evicted. This person doesn't want you to stay around them, wants you to be evicted, wants to know if you can be evicted. Spelling out your name and warning themselves not to speak about it. Karma is with them, and they deal with their wrath every year. Once upon a time, this woman said she don't know how she coped, but she lived out another year without this problem in her head. Karma came to her with her liver. It says no one said anything to her, but her liver was damaged and she realized it's alcohol poisoning. Maybe she doesn't drink, it says, but she knows that she hasn't got good news with her body. And this woman says she knows she don't have problems with her liver. It's just that she knows she's got karma with the woman upstairs or around her, and she wants to know she's got karma with her liver. It does say wonderful things can happen with this woman's brain when she uses her magic to pastly laugh at people. Like, it may happen, like it could happen, warning you not to speak about your drink intake or even your smoke if she wants to say things about that in relation to the problem, because karma is with her in her brain about how you are looked or how you are viewed, and she wonders why it even goes down in that way. Like, it could war with her, but she knows it's possible. And it does say that she knows nothing about you, but she wonders, do you smoke or drink, or do you look at me like I'm warning you you're gonna have problems? It does say that she can bring herself to problems in her mind and tidy her head about it at times when she knows she's not allowed to speak about negative things, but at the same time tries to attack you with these things in your brain so you will know that she's harming you as she wishes to please herself with this ritual. Karma is with her now as she builds a bridge in her head to get laughing Warnock energy in her head with others that want to tell her off. Mean men are around her, laughing at her, making fun of her, looking around her head about things that she doesn't want to see, laughing at her brain. Don't speak about me, it says. I warn you, don't talk about me. Evil men are there in her mind at this time, dealing with her, laughing at her mind, warning her that her place of home is very laughed at. Even her garden is laughed at, and her family is laughed at. Everything about her is laughed at. And the man says he don't know why he's doing it, but God knows why he would war with her on this building. He says he knows he's left something there for her to see, and he's put a little orange thing there. Just a warring thing that he could play with in her mind. Have you seen it yet? It says, I noticed my mind would tell me off, but I'm putting it there for her to warn herself, stop bringing her mind to me. And then she's worried that it's going to happen again. It says he can't help it, but he's laughing at her and put an orange thing on the wall. It doesn't say why it's there, but it's a little orange thing, just a tomato on the wall to say you are there with your head on why this is there. Come and teach me why you would want to know it's there. I war with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wow. Okay. So it looks like he's provoking her right now. He's doing things to provoke her, and he is insulting, her um, living space. It does say he's ready for war, and he's looking for it too. Absolutely doesn't want to know that it's the time of his mind to remember people are up the other staircase or inside the building. There's people upstairs. I wouldn't want to trouble you. I like my mind on the downstairs energy. People there are pissing me off, and I want to know, are you going to be laughing at me if I evict them? I will want to get them evicted. I will want to get them evicted. Ooh, it looks like there is some type of karma here. So it looks like the people that have been wanting you to be evicted are getting karma from somebody else that wants them evicted. Ooh. Doesn't say why, but all this time this man says he realized you live there and they live there, warning himself not to get involved. Piece of string or something is there on my wall. Absolutely wouldn't want to say what it is. I give myself time to see who it is. Laugh at me. I make sure it's the downstairs woman. I will make fun of her. Her head will cry. How dare you put this thing on my wall? I realize I can't see it very well. I just notice it's there. And if I hear that I've got karma, I'm dealing with her. I realize I've got problems with people, and they may not know what to do about my head. I'm leaving it there though. Because if I feel like problems are there, I'm going to cause a scene. I make sure that people get calmer with their heads and deal with their envy. Let me see how far it goes. Warning you, if you ever try to build a bridge, in my mind, I am going to attack. And I swear down, whoever it is on the lower ground, I'm going to fuck them up because I know people that are bothered. When I can't give them what it is that they need or even want, they may throw something or do something to me, and I'm warning myself, never ending karma is with them. I will pick on them and wonder who has thrown this piece of wire on my building. I see that I've got to deal with the downstairs as it is them, and I wonder when it is going to be removed as I can't tidy it at this time, but I can warn myself to touch it in my head and play with it as I've got rope, string, or even things I could use to get to it. I'm not going to bother myself, but karma is with them, and I'm dealing with them now. Whoa. Don't speak. I know that people will pick on me. It does say this woman knows that she's going to get picked on and wonders when. It says it happens sometimes, and I realize that evil men will pick on me. Men, especially. Females, yes, but I can deal with them. It's the men that I'm worried about. And it says she knows she's got problems with men and females dealing with her in her mind. Challenging them is not going to be hard. Warning them to stop is going to be disliked as she sees that problems is coming out of her head. 1 week later, she will deal with her head and she'll realize that karma is with her. Nobody is going to play her in her head. Then she realized she can't have good news with her home. It's going to be on. Mind you, people are going to see that problems are going to come and they're going to deal with the downstairs neighbor. Now you've got good news about your mind. Peed off mental health problems are coming to this woman that lives down below you. And it says, when you realize this man, evil man in the mind of hers, has hold on her head, playing with it, it's going to be a problem for her. She's got mental health problems and she's dealing with her wrath today as people pick on her brain. Now she's going to realize problems will come to her constantly. People will pick on her head. And it says, I know this because I've challenged her. Meanwhile, Pisces, you're ready to target her and make her feel war is with her as you feel like things are there for you to do and to make life hard for her. She never thought about it in that way before. And study what it is that you said. Pisces, I understand that I'm going to deal with you as I never knew how to come out of the problem. Now I realize I've got to deal with it in my own way. It says you know that you've got to war with things in your own way as you studied things and never could find a way to get rid of her brain off of you. Now you wonderfully got plans to reap what you sow and punish her as you see. Well done. It says you've got good news. Place a hold on her head and deliver her from her evil. Planetary curses will help you to build a bridge in a war to plaster a spell on her head and fuck her up and make sure that she never tries to harm you and your family again. Well done, Pisces. It looks like you were having problems before with this person and couldn't find a way to deal with her evil, wicked spirit. Now, the universe is helping your brain to open up to epiphanies and things that you could figure out to harm her and get rid of her. Get rid of her evil from your life. It says it's not going to work overnight, but it will certainly work as you see war. People are going to think about why they've got this here. It says, no wonder I'm speaking about it now. Was you the one that did anything to me? It says, no one says that it's going to be you, but I just wonder. Even if the downstairs neighbor is not going to be the answer, living with an upstairs neighbor could never be the answer. I wonder if anyone could speak about this, warning myself to speak to you as you look at your mind. Would you ever tell me if you did anything? I wonder myself if you ever threw anything or even had problems with your mind one day and it happened by mistake. The warning signs are there for me to see that it was never going to be you that has a problem. I laugh because I want to make sure that every day I have problems with your mum and your dad if you ever did that. And it doesn't say that I'm going to, but I promised myself I'm going to give myself war. And I know this. So I will never see you one day in your head about it. But I look at the downstairs neighbor and I tell her, if you are warring with me with your rubbish, let me see why, as I will curse the living hell out of you. Ooh. Wow, wow. Ooh. Okay, it says no more karma is there with her as she deals with her brain. And it does say you will see who to deal with in your mind at times too. Let him still play with her and see how far it gets. Now you wonder why it's going to happen that you always wanted to play with someone, as he sees fit in his brain to play along with this. Doesn't want a war with you, just wants the war with the woman downstairs, as you see fit. And it does say it worked. You planned to do something to harm her, and it now backfired on her. So well done, it is working. Blame no one, but your spells are working. Oh, honey, your spells are working. Your conjuring is working. The things that you are doing in your mind are working. Mm. Well done, Pisces. Now, for some reason, it might come out as spells when you're really doing tricks, okay? Because sometimes the wording from the spirit uses, you know, esoteric information, which is secret knowledge, okay? So if you are doing, like, you know, tricks to spite someone, it could come out in the reading as spells, okay? But sometimes everything in regards to, like, warring or tricks that you could be doing can come out in that way, all right, unless it says otherwise. So it says, warning you not to speak, but a mental health problem is with you right now as you see around your mind about things. At times you don't want to war with it, but you've got to look around to see if your justifications are good. People are there in your brain, but not in your reality. Everything is fine. Warning you not to speak, but mental health is something you need to have at this time as we challenge it. We will not harm you. It says spirit is trying to give you problems in your mind to deal with other things. When you realize what you're going through, it's because good news is on its way. Laugh if you don't Laugh if you didn't know this. It says people will pick on you with death wishes, envy wishes, and evil wishes as they want and never get away with it. Karma is with them and only with them at this time as you give yourself good news always. Pisces, you've never had good news in your brain the way you have now, but you warn yourself that you've got good news for life. It says no one is going to pressure you, or karma will bring you down in your mind about things and harm it at times, but not really kill you or hurt you. You'll feel unwell sometimes too. It doesn't say it's a bad thing. You've got to wish that problems go away, or even help yourself through the problems and maybe even see that blessings come. Warning yourself to have good news about things that you've written down or even spoke about, as people will pick on your mindset. No one's going to change or even leave it the same. One day it will go away, but you will have bad, very bad news if you feel like bad news is there to give yourself good news, as these spells and rituals are not easy to take. They have problems with spells and rituals. They will curse themselves if anything goes wrong. Ideally, you will not want to know that people are dealing with you in that way. Karma is with them now for saying anything that could solve a problem with harm if it ever went away. It says it does go away, but you will not leave your life wondering if it's going to be bad. You'll have good news. You'll wonder how to get it or even see that it's there, but you will have good news. And warning you, smoke weed or even drink alcohol. It will never make things bad or worse, but you'll have problems with drug use or alcohol if you take too much or use it. Ideally, people see that you could use things and even use, ideally, things that are going to make you feel like you are in your mind hallucinating, but you warn yourself not to speak about that as karma is with them at this time. Doesn't want you to know things, but you may smoke weed or drink or even look at things, but may not speak about it. And even think about why you had some time alone in your mind last night to dream about it. You may have drank or smoked in your dream last night. It says no one knows why, but you have the answers inside you to see that you are special or even gifted when you are under I can't even pronounce the word. When you're under certain drugs, like, that make you hallucinate, basically. Um, it does say people will exist in your head to tell you off or even make you know that you're not doing very well. But you have good news ahead of you, and you have tried and tried and tried to bring up good news in your mind about it. You're going to see that witness protection evil is not going to be only there, but the good karma will come out into your head and help you. It will not harm you, it will help you to move past evil lessons about problems in your mind and solve things that you never solved before. Try to warn yourself, drugs was never ever going to be good, but you have helped yourself with witness protection of these drugs to move on past things in your mind. If you ever smoked weed, probably didn't want to, but people know that you smoked weed, so you will move past things in your mind and have better news in your jobs, in your love life, in your sex, in your marriage, in your work, in your war for life, and having good news forever as you know things and see things through your lifespan. You have open portals and waves of energy that are going to bring you good news always. In the month ahead, evil man may evict his mind off of you or say you are evicted. Problem solved. It may not be you, but the problem is if this woman doesn't speak about her problem, she's going to have federal convictions in her brain saying it wasn't her. Then she realized it is her because she's got karma with you. But warning signs are there for her to see that problems will come down or maybe even subside, or just look around her brain to say she's got to try and warn herself she's in a job search of a warlord energy. Very much bad news and warlocking on the mind. Very much negative evil spirits will come to you. Does say they know why. Ideally, evil Obi is there, or even people paying attention to the mind games that you play. It says they know that they're not going to speak to you again, but you will not want to know that you're speaking to them again. And it does say you have voodoo if you want to use it to harm them. Let them see that they've got problems, it says. Give them a chance to see that they've got problems. Warning signs are there from your mind about the demons. Have you seen who you are? Causing a concern for someone is not easy, but your mum said it's not going to work if your dad is always going to get in the way. These men are always going to cause a scene, even causing a scene enough for them to see that they can speak about their spells and never see that it's good to them. And warning signs are there for you to see you have brilliant ideas to move past your evil in your mind, and happy mind games to play with anyone that says it's not going to work out. Rather not speak, but on your birthday it's going to work out more than any other time this year. And even if you speak about death wishes or karma, it's never going to be you. It's always going to be your mind looking at them like, have you seen that I'm warring with you? Then they realize they're not in any trouble. They've just got a war on their brain. They're realizing they're dismindfully speaking about things and wanting to know that you've got karma. Ideally, you will always believe you've got negative mental health problems to move past, but never believe karma is there. And ideally, you will move past the problems. People will pick on you and never have good news. At this time, they will have good news in their mind to say they've got good news and speak about it, and will never have good news in their lifespan about it in the reality. They have caution with you. People picking on you should never have gone there, warning you to have good news. Mind games are going to be played. Let them pick on you. Ideally, you will pick on them and war with them in their head about why they warred with you. Leaving them to speak about their negative mental health, they have to deal with things they would never want to say to you. Dying out of their head and dealing with it in the reality. Karma is with them. They're dealing with real life shit. Ideally, they will bring their minds to you and harm you in your head with the things they evilly wish upon you, but never in reality will it trouble you. Always in the mind. At this time, we are trying to tell you that it's never going to work out what they say, do, or even wish upon you. So well done. Leave it to us. We are dealing with it. As demons worship us, we are the dead. We are dealing with it. And we are warning you not to speak about it, because we are dealing with death wishes of yours in your mind for them to move on. Miss, I love myself. I am dealing with it as I bring you back to your mind about the reality you live in as a Scorpio. Okay, some of you guys are dealing with a Scorpio. Some of you guys are a Scorpio, maybe a Scorpio rising, or there's Scorpio in your chart, or you're a Scorpio cross watcher, because you've got heavy Pisces in your chart. Some of you guys are dealing with Scorpio energy. Okay, see yourself as a Scorpio. Um, all right. But it says you will always have good news about this, and the chariot energy is there too. It says warning you to move forward in two directions like a good ideal person, not a bad one, because you could move in one way and then the next. Dealing with this snake energy is not easy as the mind is playing tricks on you, but warning you, you have good news like Pisces and Virgo to move past things as you see warring with your mind. This demon will be there in Gemini, it says. The Gemini energy in you is not going to cut loose from the problem, but it will help you move on from the demons that are attacking you. As they war with it, you war with it. As you war with it, they war with it. And they move past it. And you move past it. So you have good news. Both of you have good news. But if you stay and warn yourself that it's not going to work, then it's never going to give you good news. You have dealings with envious energy that are going to help you build time in your mind to look at things, move past it, and never have good news. Warn yourself to move past it now. Demons are with you right now, but it says you will move past it with your mind and let them deal with their head. They will fuck their brain up with problems. Cast a spell on them, put spells on them now. Good evening time will come, and you will see that prayers will never be the answer, but spells are going to fuck them up, and you will deal with them today with your spells. Okay. So that could be like actual ritual spells, or it could be some type of tricks that you've got up your sleeve to deal with them. Okay. Says warning signs are there for someone to listen to you or look at you, but you will never see them as they move silently or violently, or they will be out there, but they will not be there today. They have moved on. People are there outside now, but you will never see them. It says people are going to move on in your mind soon about problems. As you see problems in your head, no one needs to know that you've got problems. As you tidy your head and make sure that you've got good news, you warn yourself that you never need to speak about the problems as people keep casting spells on you. It doesn't say that you have spells that are casting a problem on you. Your mental health is telling you, I know I want to see good news and I want to see it now. It does say that people are venom and this time right now are picking on you, mindfully speaking, as the mind is working on you. Many of them are targeting you with their mind, causing a scene and dealing with you in the laughing world right now. Ether has allowed this so that you can move past it, dealing with your mind to give it strength and to borrow time to move past things in your brain in the way that you are doing so deliberately. And harming yourself is not easy as you have good news to war with it and move past it and still see you have made it past demons. You are giving yourself great news right now. So war with your mind, and well done to you as you do good to your brain and your lifespan, and you're laughing at matters of the heart as your chest and your nails and your home. And either way, you have good news. Warning yourself, do you smell okay as you buy perfumes and give yourself gifts? You look at yourself, even your toes, your shoes, everything, and wonder, do you absolutely love yourself? You gift yourself so much and you love yourself. Warning signs are there to not speak, but give yourself more and love yourself as people will pick on their mind and move on. Okay. Close the door on something that you said you didn't want to close the door on. It says, I know I want to wish you well. I won't want to harm you, so I'm going to talk to you another day about it. I give myself time to look and see if I need support. I need you to wonder if I need to speak about it, though, because I'm getting ready to travel soon. Do you want to tell me that you've got travel for me? I need support with this, okay? So someone around you may need support with travel. Doesn't say it's going to be bad now that you've sorted it out. Good news can come to you, and let this person see that you are troubled. At times you've warned yourself not to speak, but you're giving yourself good news right now. You've warned yourself not to speak, but you've done something that's going to make all the difference to this person and make sure he lives a good life. He may not see it, but he's got good news coming if you do this today, and make sure he wars with himself to make sure he has better news about himself as he's trialing his mind about people picking on him or telling him off for being mad about his situation. He's got trial and error with this at this time. Okay. So someone around you needs help. Does say that you'll give it to him, so just give him good news and let me speak about my mind so I can sleep at night. I warn myself not to talk to you, but you could have problems with people picking on you if you don't help him. Okay. And that's all. Let him see that he's got a problem solved, and victory will be yours. In the next week or two, he will have better news. Jesus loves you. Amen. Okay. Says good news comes to those who wait. I know that I've been speaking about this, but I warn myself not to talk to you. I've given myself time to see that he's not going to be under attack. He's a kid. And if I feel like he's a kid, he's a kid. I know that he speaks well and he looks well, but he's a kid. And I wonder, does he ever think about what could happen to his mind or his parents if I ever got involved? I warn myself not to speak, so I challenge myself to move on, and I laugh at him. I make fun of him because I know he's not trying to be mad. He always tries to get on and realize I am not going to give up if I ever tell him off. He's going to be brave and tell people off and harm them if he's not careful. I warn myself not to speak, but I need you to speak about it. Give him good news. Let him see he's got better news in his mind. Then he will not have problems in his mental health or see himself in problems. He's got caution with his mind to help himself and move past things without getting a problem. But the mind is telling you off. Still see that he is helped. So someone around you may need help. Could be a child or a teenager. And it does say that you've got borrowed time to look into the situation, so you will speak about it. It says, anytime now I'm going to speak about my problems and say that I never had this in my mind again. You will have good news as you warn yourself to move past it. Let him see he has problems no more and see that you've got good news. Warn yourself that you've got better news and deal with your head right now as he is told he can never have problems again. He will have problems as long as I can't see a good omen around me. I can see one though, so I'm going to try. So I will warn myself to have good news and put him back in a good way. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay. Speak about good news coming to your mind about something you may never see again. Laugh if you never have problems and see if you have good news. You will always get yourself in jail cells in your mind if you're not careful. Mind you, you've got female energy in you, probably not giving yourself bad news. Warning yourself that you have good news. It does say pastor doesn't know how to stop picking on you, and the war in the mind of yours is what's happening right now with him. Doesn't really believe you will stop warring with him. Evil pastor doesn't know how to pick on her. I like her being picked on. Miss Demon, in my mind, is telling me that I've got problems. When will I ever have problems if I always see I'm not in a problem? This woman keeps cursing you. It says you know that you have been cursed, and this man keeps picking on you. It says the woman is always getting good karma as she always prays you would have bad news. Why does she pray to you having bad news and then doesn't get good news, but then she wonders why bad news comes to her? So what I'm picking up with this is there's three people here. All right, there's a pastor, there's another man, and there's a female. The female wants you to have bad news, Pisces. It's praying for you to have bad news. Okay. And then there's a man here. And I don't know what relation he has, but he's committed in some type of way to, both of these individuals. All right. And he seems to want to see bad news come to this person for wanting bad news to come to you. But at the same time, he helps this woman give you bad news or wanting bad news for you too. So he's riding both sides of the fence here. Okay. And it does say it's going to be a bloody bad omen coming out of your mind soon, as he planted spells on you and wars with you today. He venom in his head and may harm you. Says you may not speak about it, but your sleep tonight will be bad. Or you could have good news about your head and plaster your head around the situation. When bills come, you will not worry. Money will be there for you to take and give them a nice mind. It says people are going to pick on you and wonderful things are going to happen. Money is going to sporadically come to your door, or even to your church, or even to your mind, or around you. Money is coming into you. It says people are picking on you, and I want to know that you are picked on. Warning signs are there for you to get more money if I want you to have money. But I like my mindset as it is. I will not pay anyone to get more money. I'm very much so giving myself good news as I tidy my head today. It says you may not have good news as you've played along with spells, rituals, and cursed yourself. Maybe even cursed someone, but it says you have not. So where is this coming from? It says wonderful things can happen to a man when he constantly wants to war with you. He will pray today that you don't have good news, and he's wondering why he has bad news. He's weathering the storm in his brain and wonders where he's going with his brain. He doesn't know how to come to you. He's going to move on and he's going to see himself have bad news. Okay? And I also see someone looking into you, spying on you, or spying on your income, looking at your lifespan or looking at your mind, wondering will you ever get married, and seeing that no one there is interested in you, or they are but they're not taking you seriously. It says you know what you're doing in your own life, so you may not want to see good news come to you in your worn out mind, is what they say, but you have a very good mind to you and you love yourself very much. So let them speak about the spells or the riddles or the tricks that they do, and maybe even people looking at you now saying, I don't want you, but I'm warning you, don't speak to me, and then come to you and talk to you about crap. It says warn them to move on, and say hello to them, or even tell them off, but warn yourself not to speak to them again, or even look at them in a way that you have love in your mind. Don't challenge them. Just let them move on and speak about the problems they have in their mental health. Okay. It says, I know I wouldn't want to speak to you again. I can't even see anything wrong with putting you back in my mind about it. I don't want to know that I'm moving on. I just want to know I'm tormented, or even mindfully speaking, bullying you. You're going to be very much an easy one. Very easy to me to have good news with. I realize it's not going to happen that way, as at times I see females behave like they karmically give me problems. Miss, I love you. Don't speak about it, but I love the way your hair is, your nails, your clothes, your shoes. Anything about you could be good. I wonder, do you like me? Because I like you. I just wonder, do you want to marry me? Or is it that you want marriage? Passing on the mind, ideally, I don't want to speak, but are you passing on a mind? Like, are you giving me information through your brain to tell me off? Are you going to tell me off? And is there war? I want to know people will pick on you, but I don't want to know that they're harming you. I just want to know they're picking on you. Someone always wants someone to pick on somebody. What is going on, Pisces? This person wants someone to pick on you. It says it's only a woman that wants war with you and doesn't know how to stop. Either way, a nice man could come to you and speak to you, or even a negative one. It says no one's there right now giving you good news, but the man is trying to play with your mind. He knows he has help doing so. And it does say tidy your mind about things, as your child may be warned about abuse or mental health problems, or giving you good news. As time goes by, you'll have better news about it. People will pick on you, but other than that, you'll move past it, with many telling you good things and many telling you bad things. At this time, you have 50-50 energy of people picking on you and people warning you that good news is on its way. So warn yourself that you have great news. Warn yourself that people may pick on your hair, your nails, your clothes, but never see a bad mood come to you. You'll always have good news about your time in your mind, and evil mental health problems with your war. Now, mother or father is going to stop picking on you as they keep picking on your mind today. Parents getting in the way, evil step parents for some of you. Um, you know, could be other family members, but it does say someone here doesn't want to see you successful, doesn't want to see you great, doesn't know how to start, but you may be challenged or even have to pay something, or even take yourself into your mind about some type of mail you've been receiving, or even laugh at yourself as you don't know how to speak about the situation until you feel like better news comes, and then you wonder when it's going to happen that you get this good news, as time is wondering with you if you'll ever get the good news that you want. At this time, you want to see that you have precious information to give someone to help your situation, and the timing is now. People may speak about this, but you warn yourself not to speak. And even if you don't want to speak, you have time to give yourself that. Laugh if you didn't war with yourself enough to give yourself good news, but you will see blessed news in the end. Okay? So, waiting for some type of news so that you can have a better outcome, that is on its way. And if you're building up information to give someone to help that situation, give yourself better news, that is on its way as well. So, you've got things that are going to support you. It says, I don't want to hear that you've got bad news, so I'm going to take away your family mind game if you play me. And don't know who that is. It says, I'm warning you, if you ever speak too much about buildings that are going to come to you in a good way, you're going to have problems. That's someone threatening you, Pisces. It says it's going to be a bad person, but it does say that. So I'm going to leave it there, lovely. Speak to you next time. Ciao.